Are you looking for a discipline model that treats students with respect, makes them feel empowered, provides responsibility to make decisions, all while promoting independence? Well, then, have we got a discipline model for you? Chip, have you ever heard of a woman named Barbara Coloroso? Well, no, I don't think so. Who is she? Wow, she's a woman who I'm going to tell all of you about, and she is going to change your classroom life forever. Just wait and see. Let's go over to the castle to check it out. So, Barbara Coloroso was a nun who now was a parent, teacher, workshop leader, author, and so much more.
She invested most of her time working with and helping troubled students or students with special needs. Many of her ideas led to productive and cooperative school environments. Coloroso is most famous for her inner discipline model, which is
This is the one we're going to talk about today, so listen up, Chip. Don't be getting any ideas to go run after any acorns now.
her ideas really focused on three main points: treating students with respect, giving them power and responsibility to make decisions for themselves, providing guidance and support to help students manage their own discipline, and differentiating between punishment and discipline and responding accordingly.
But, what does all that mean? I am so confused. Well, Chip, by showing that students are worth all the effort that we as teachers can give them, no matter their race, gender, attributes, or behavior, the students will finally realize that they can and are worth the focus and have inner discipline, and they can be responsible. But, don't you think that would be a little hard? Well, that's the point. It's not going to be easy. It actually is going to have some discomfort for both the teachers and the students. The students are not used to being given the responsibility like this. So it's going to be different and weird for them. And the teacher is going to have to learn to take back and let the students and trust the students. Right now in schools, we have three different kinds. There's the brick wall schools and teachers, the jellyfish schools and teachers, and the backbone schools and teachers. Which one do you think you want to be? Well, I don't really know what that means. Can you tell me? Of course, that's what I'm here for. So the brick wall teachers are strict and rigid. They use power and coercion to take control. And they demand the students follow their rules. They use punishment and threats. It's just not a pretty sight. That doesn't sound like fun. I don't want to go to that school. What was the next one? The jelly bomb? Oh, you mean the jellyfish. The jellyfish are very wishy-washy and there's hardly any structure. There's no consistency, no guidelines. The discipline is horrible, and they don't really like to set limits. So, a lot of times the teachers use bribes and threats, and they just don't have any faith in their students. Ew, who would want to teach in a school like that? I would not be comfortable. Yeah, that's why we have the last one, which is the backbone schools. They provide support and structure necessary for students to reason through problems and behave responsibly. The students will get the opportunities to make their own decisions, just like in our discipline model that we're learning about. Barbara recommends, which one do you think, Chip? I think she recommends the backbone schools. She wants us to be the support, right? The support and guidance and help them to make their own decisions. That's right, you're getting it. Great job, Chip. In a backbone school, the teachers, it's their jobs to bring the students to situations that require decisions and, without judging them, let them proceed through the process. It helps them develop that independence that she talks so much about. Don't you think that would be a little scary? Well, Just like we talked about, yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, but once they get it the first time, they're going to feel amazing. Amazing. Well, what happens if they make the wrong decision? Well, I'm glad you asked, Chip. There's two different things. There's a punishment, and there's discipline. In Coloroso's model, she doesn't like punishment. She forbids it. She prefers discipline. Discipline allows the students to make their decisions, but it also helps them understand that they have to suffer the consequences, whether they be positive or negative. Let's take a look at some situations to see what they think they should do if they're using our inner discipline model. This is Anna. Anna's very enthusiastic about her coloring lesson. So enthusiastic that she accidentally colors on the desk. Oh, it was an accident, but the marks remain. Her teacher, Miss Alvarez, hopes to get the marks off the desk, but prevents the accident from happening again. She believes in giving Anna partial responsibility for resolving the problem, so she asks Anna to use a special cleaner to remove it as much as possible. Now, this kind of behavior was considered a mistake. That's one of the 3 M's that Barbara Coloroso talks about in her discipline model. Yeah, well, what are the other 3? The other 2. Sorry, I don't know math. Well, you have mistakes, which is like what Anna did, which was just an error in her behavior. She didn't mean to break the rules. Then you have mischief. Mischief goes beyond making mistakes. Ooh, my mom says I get into mischief all the time. Mischief is an intentional misbehavior. Not necessarily serious, but it presents an opportunity for teaching students that all actions have consequences. Sometimes pleasant, sometimes not. The third and final M is mayhem. This one is usually intentional behavior, and it needs to be reconciled. What? Well, how do you reconcile? Well, that's another 3 letters she has. It's the 3 R's of reconciliatory justice: restitution, resolution, and reconciliation. Now, Anna's actions were just a mistake. She didn't mean to color on the table. She was just very excited to color. But her consequences were that she had to clean up her mess. Oh, okay. So, what happens if you have a student who is very distracted in class and he gets bored and he uses something that he has in his desk, like the pen lid or something, to carve something in his desk? Do you think that was right? Oh no, that's not his desk to color on. That belongs to the school. Well, during recess, his teacher looked at the desk and he knew that Aaron needed discipline, not punishment. Why didn't he want to punish him? Well, he was using the inner discipline model. Punishment is not used in this model, it's discipline. What is the difference between punishment and discipline? I am so glad you asked. By definition, punishment is a treatment that is psychologically hurtful to students and likely to provoke anger, resentment, and additional conflict. It's an adult-oriented imposed power. Discipline, on the other hand, helps the student to see what they've done wrong, and it lets them own up to their problems. It also provides options and opportunities to solve problems, leaving the students feel empowered and still feel good about themselves. How would you like to be treated? Punishment or discipline? Well, I think I'm with Miss Coloroso on this one. I'm in for the discipline. I think it would be a good idea for me to hold responsible for my own actions. So Should we use the interdiscipline model? Did you like it? I believe it's going to help the students feel much better about making decisions for them in their everyday lives, even when it's not in school. I agree. So, all to sum it up, use your interdiscipline model by Barbara Coloroso. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 1-800-CHIP-AND-FAIL. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you learned a lot. I know I did. Thank you, Miss Fail, for allowing us to give us information and do all that stuff. I am so excited to see what happens in the schools today.